Hey everybody, welcome to a scenery painting tutorial. I'm going to show you how I did up these craters. These are the vacuum formed craters from Games Workshop for 40K. Basically they come on a big sheet of plastic and I added some MDF backing. So what I did first of all is I traced them all out, just went a permanent marker around the outside, and then there's areas there that I'm not going to use. Went with a dotted line around, sort of gave it about a centimeter or half an inch gap there, and that's going to help me taper the edges and add a bit of scenery flock or whatever. So there's a rough cutout with a jigsaw, obviously very, very rough, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to smooth that out with the belt sander and taper the edge. So here's smoothing with the belt sander, so I'm just trying to get in the edges there, get nice rounded radiuses, and get rid of all the extra bits of MDF there and smooth out. So I'm also going to taper off the upper edge, so it's going to be kind of a rounded base, and there's the end result. So some of these little indents I didn't actually follow, but the idea is just to give a nice smooth contour all the way around, and then I have a base to glue on the edge of this vacuum formed thing. So yeah, just smooth it all around, and there you can see that's kind of gap, and I'm trying to taper this lower edge as much as I can. In there you can see some glue and kind of going around the edges. I used Gorilla Glue. You can see some of my areas lift off a little bit. So what I did is I put staples in. So that's actually just a regular staple, and I pushed it in kind of with the open stapler. And the idea is that those are going to kind of pin down the edges in opportune areas, or sort of spaced out, and that's to make sure I have a perfect fit with the Gorilla Glue. And once I'm all done, I'll pull those out. Okay, so there's this is the next one. I've got the Gorilla Glue all laid out. I already have it traced, so I know exactly where to put the glue. Now Gorilla Glue, you're supposed to add a little bit of water to the mating surface. So I did that. Just dip my finger in water and put it around the edge. And then I'm just going to push that down and going to add some staples. So you can see in this one here I've actually already pulled the staples out. There's just some holes right there and there. So just all around the outside I did that, and I left it kind of overnight. The Gorilla Glue, some of the spots it comes up a little bit foamy, but in general it works really well. So now what I've done is I've added coffee grinds. That's my sort of basing material of choice here, all around the outside, and I've spray painted this all black. So that's going to give me kind of my base color. Now here you see added some brown around the outside and some grays in the center. So I did that with my airbrush, sort of sprayed all around there, and the outside bit, and then this top part here did airbrushing with the lighter gray, kind of directional spraying from the outside inwards to give my the impression that it's lighter on the outside and left all those deep cracks still dark. Okay, so then what I did is I went over this with a dry brush and tried to maintain all those dark crevices in there, and I'm just trying to dry brush the top areas. Overall, it's a decent texture on this. Trying to bring that out a little bit with the dry brushing, but it is vacuum formed, so it's not super great. Okay, now in here I'm going over this with the different browns and trying to dry brush it up and maintain sort of the look that I have with my bases, which is sort of interspersed green bits here with static grass. So that's just a bit of PVA glue, white glue, and then the static grass on top. And then in the center there, let's see the dry brushing, see how that all works out, as well as these top edges. And so just trying to get my grays and whatever. It's probably not that realistic, but hey, this isn't really all about realism. This is just about getting an impression for tabletop. This painted up quite quickly. That little edges along there, that's sort of the joint between the vacuum formed bit and the MDF. I should have probably filled that in a bit better, but well, I didn't. The tapered edge though helps make it look better on the tabletop. And this is a nice set of craters. Some people use these for destroyed vehicles or for the difficult terrain. I find they're a little bit big maybe for that, but they work well with the miniatures, as long as you guys aren't kind of lopsided already. So here's an idea of scale with some Blood Angel Assault Marines. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and check back for more.